So here you're lying on your back. Maybe bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And as you inhale, feel your body respond to your breath. And maybe you can even feel your heart beating under your hand. And bring some awareness to your pelvic area. And just relax the muscles, the perineum muscles, those muscles that we hold our pee in. Usually I'm telling people to squeeze that muscle, the one that you hold your pee, the Kegels or whatever. But just try to relax it and just relax your lower abdomen. Relax your belly. And just bring your feet so the soles of your feet are together and your knees come wide in like a Supta Baddha Konasana. And continue just to have one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. If this feels good to you, feel your pinky toes on your mat. Your knees are wide. And let's do some breathing. So we're going to inhale to the count of 4. We're going to hold for 2. Exhale to 4. And then hold at the bottom for 2. And then we're going to continue that cycle. Okay. So just take a cleansing breath in and out. And then breathe in. And at the top, hold for 2. And then exhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. Then inhale for 4. Hold at the top for 2. And then exhale for 4. Hold at the bottom for 2. Inhale for 4. Hold at the top for 2. Exhale for 4. Hold at the bottom for 2. We'll do that one more cycle. Inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale for 4. Hold at the bottom. And then just breathe. Just take your unnatural breath cycle. Then bring your feet back down to your mat and your knees into your belly. And so just do a gentle squeeze of your knees into your belly and then release, extending your arms. And again, a gentle squeeze with your knees to your belly and release. And one more gentle squeeze, knees to your belly and release. And then bring both feet to the floor and bring just one knee into your belly. So I'm bringing my right knee into my belly and I'm going to hold on to the back of my thigh and then just gently straighten my right foot up to the sky and then bend it down, gently pull it into your belly. Extending your right leg up, lengthening, bending, and bring it into your belly. 2 more times, extending your right leg up. And then bending your knee, bringing into your belly. And one more on this side, extending up. And then bending and bringing your knee into your belly. And then just take that right knee and make a big circle over to the right, like opening up your hip. Okay, so you can use your hands to guide your knee in a nice big circle around. Just do it nice and slow. Do about 3 directions, 3 times in one direction, and then switch directions. Okay, just nice and slow. And if you do 4 or 5 times around, because I'm doing mine slower, that's okay. Just nice big circles, opening up your hip. And then when you're complete, just allow your right foot to return to your mat with your knee bent. And then just take a moment, allow your hands, arms to rest at your side, and just take a pause here. And just notice your right leg and notice your left leg. And then take your left knee into your belly. At the back of your thigh, we're going to straighten out your left leg nice and slow, reaching your heel up to the sky. And then lower it down, bring your knee into your belly. Inhaling as you extend your right leg up, flexing your foot. And exhale, bring your knee to your belly. And inhaling, lengthening, flexing your foot, feeling the stretch. Bring it back into your belly. We'll do 2 more times, extending up, flexing, knee into belly. And last one, extending your leg up on your inhale. Bringing your knee into your belly on your exhale. And then rotating your left knee around, allowing your left hand to guide your knee. Your right hand can be on your right hip, kind of isolating, so you can isolate your left hip. And just do about 3 times in one direction, and then rotating back around in the other direction. Nice and slow. And then bring your knee back into your belly and allow your right knee to join in. Just give yourself a nice loving hug and squeeze, and then release your feet back to your mat. And just take that moment, that pause here, and notice again. Just notice how your body feels. Come over onto your side. Doesn't matter if it's right side or left side, and just push yourself up into a tabletop position. So you're on your hands and knees. Bring your knees wide and sit your hips back to your heels for child's pose. And reach your hands forward. You can bring your forehead down to your mat or your forehead to a block or a pillow. Just allow a nice, calm breath in and out. Then come back up onto your hands and knees. Okay, bring your right hand more to the center of your mat, okay, just to support you. We're going to take our left hand and we're going to reach up to the sky and just a gentle one up, and then come back down and just tuck that hand underneath. And actually, we're not going to go all the way to the sky. So just take your left arm and go up to about shoulder height, and then bring it down and tuck it underneath your right armpit. And again, come up to about shoulder height, looking at your left hand, and then bring it underneath your right armpit and look over towards your hand to the right. And again, inhale, coming up to about shoulder height. Exhale, twisting and looking over to your right. Do it one more time. Inhale, shoulder height. Exhale, twist and turn. And then release your left hand down and we'll switch sides. Okay, so inhaling your right hand up to shoulder height, and then exhale, tuck it under your left. Inhale, shoulder height, look up at your hand. Exhale, twist and turn. Inhaling, exhaling, feel that twist. One more, reach up. Exhaling, twist and turn. And then release your hand to your mat and come back into that child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. And you can swiggle your hips here if it feels good to you. And then just take your right hand and tuck it under your left armpit. So your elbow is going to come onto your mat, onto the ground, out to the left side of your mat. And then you can leave your left hand on your mat, or you can bring it to your low back or extend it up to the sky. Your gaze is over to the left side. Just be here and breathe. And just notice if you have any discomfort here or tightness, fill that area with your breath. One more inhale. Exhale and rotate, switch to the other side. Okay, so extending your right arm, we're going to tuck your left arm under your right armpit. And so you're coming right onto your left shoulder. Just being gentle with yourself, especially if you have shoulder issues. And then allow your right hand to come to your low back, or you can just leave it beside you on your mat. Release your left hand, extend it in front, and come back up to a tabletop position. And we're going to do a sunrise. So just to introduce this to some of you and review for others, we're going to come forward in like a little up dog, coming up and looking up towards the sky, and then exhale. You can tuck your toes and come back into a downward facing dog or child's pose, whichever is your choice. So coming forward, come to your knees. Your chest comes through your hands. You're coming forward. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Just go nice and slow with your breath. Inhaling, up dog, coming through to that sunrise. Exhale, downward facing dog, or child's pose. And we'll do one more. Inhaling, coming through your heart space. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Just stay in this downward facing dog for 2 more breaths. And then come back down to your knees and step your right foot forward to your right hand for kind of like a lunge. Okay. And then we're just going to come up to a stand. So coming back up to a stand in this way and do a shortened warrior 1. Okay. And I've got my feet kind of wide on my mat, front to back. So we're not on trade track. So, you know, so nice and wide. They're not lined up. They're wide. But the distance between my 2 feet, front to back, is not as long as I can have it. I've shortened that. Okay, so we're going to take an inhale and we're going to reach our arms up to the side and look up. And as you exhale, just come forward and bending your front knee, bring your hands down towards your low leg. And then inhale all the way up. And we're going to exhale to the count of 4 and bring our arms down to our leg. Okay, so inhaling. You can straighten your leg on your inhale as you come up. And exhale to 4. Inhale, bring your arms out. And come up. We're going to exhale to 5 this time. Bringing your arms all the way down. Inhale. Exhale to 5. Inhaling. Exhale to 6. Inhale. Do one more. Exhaling to 6. Up to stand. You just bring your feet to a mountain pose. You just take a moment and pause and notice how your body feels. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. So stepping your opposite foot forward into that kind of a shortened warrior 1. Okay, inhaling, just inhale up, bringing your arms up. Exhaling, bending your knee and bending forward. Okay, so inhaling up and we'll exhale to 4 this time. Straightening your leg as you come up, bending your knee as you go down. Engaging your core as you rise up. Exhaling to 4. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to 5. Inhaling. Exhale to 5. Inhale. Come on up. Only stand. Exhale to 6 this time. Inhale. We'll do one more. Exhaling to 6. All the way up. Just allow your hands to come down to your sides into a mountain pose and just notice. Take a breath in and an exhale out. Bring your feet a little bit wider. You can see I can move back. So bring your feet just a little bit wider, not a lot of it wider. Okay. And we're going to do some side bends. Okay, so your right hand is going to go down towards your right ankle, and your left arm is going to come up and over top of your, and then stretching over to the right as well, and then bring it back down. And actually, let's do it into a cactus arms. So, and I'm just going to alter this camera just a little bit so that. Okay, so starting like this. So we're going to inhale to 4, pause at the top, and then exhale to 6. Inhale to 4. Look at your extended hand, pause at the top, exhale to 6. Inhale to 5. Pause, exhale to 6. Inhale to 5. Exhale to 6. Do one more. Inhaling to 6. And exhale to 6. Allow your left arm to come down. Take a moment and just notice how your body feels. Right to left. And notice your breath too. Notice if your breath, if you're winded, maybe going too slow. And just allow your breath to catch up. And we'll go to the other side. So extending your right arm up. Inhale, or the opposite side, whatever side you didn't do. Extending over to the count of 4. Reaching down with your opposite hand. Pause at the top. Exhale to 6. Come back to starting. Inhaling to 4. Pause. Exhale to 6. Inhale to 5. Exhale to 6. To 5, inhaling. Pause at the top. Exhale to 6. And And one more, inhaling to 6. Exhale to 6. Just allow gravity to come down. And bring toe-heel your feet in center. And we're just going to come up on our toes and then down and just rock back and forth on your feet. Up to toes and then back on your heels. And just, I'm finding this is really hard for me to do personally. And my balance isn't great, but that's okay. You can do 1 foot at a time. And then just shake out your hands and take some movement in your legs. Okay. Let's come back down to our mat. Just make your way back down onto your mat and onto your back. Bring your knees, bring your feet, bending your knees, feet are on your mat. Okay, and bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Okay, and we're just going to allow our knees to fall to the left side. So your knees are going to the left, and your gaze can turn and look over to the right. And if you need a block or something under your legs so they don't go all the way, take what you need. But if this feels good to you, you can just stay here for a couple of breaths. And we're going to bring our knees back up to center and allow your knees to fall over to the opposite side. And your gaze goes to the left. And then bring your knees back up. Allow them to fall to the right or to the left. Gaze to your right. Bring your knees up. Switch sides. Allow your knees to fall to the right, your gaze to the left. And we'll do one more time each side, bringing your knees up, allowing them to fall to the left, your gaze to the right. And then switch. Bring your knees up, over to the right, your gaze to the left. Just bring your knees back up to center and bring your knees into your belly. Give your both knees a gentle hug into your belly. You can roll side to side, massaging your low back, massaging your shoulders, the middle of your back, whatever feels good. Just take some movement here. And then give a little squeeze and allow your legs to extend out onto your mat. Then allow your hands to fall at your sides as well. As you inhale, stretch out your right hand. So take some movement in your right hand as you inhale. And as you exhale, maybe close your fist or just wiggle your fingers around. So as you inhale, open your hand like you're like you're breathing into your hand is breathing into your body. And exhale, close your fingers down. Maybe wiggle them out. And we'll do that one more time. As you inhale, open up your right hand. And as you exhale, close your hand. And allow your right hand to rest at your side. And we'll do the same on the left. So inhaling, opening up your left hand, your left fingers. Exhaling, allow your hand to make a gentle fist or wiggle your fingers in together. Breathing in, opening up your left hand. Exhale, just bringing your hand into a gentle fist. Again, inhaling into your left hand, opening it up. Exhale into a gentle fist. And now allow your left hand to rest. Just take some movement in your right hand. So bringing your wrist, like bending your wrist so your fingers come towards you with your right hand. And then allow your left foot to come forward too. And then point. So we're just going to point and flex your right hand and your left foot. And then just lifting up your right arm as your left foot points up towards your nose. Just bring your left arm all the way up over top of your head and extend it above you. And as you exhale, bring your right arm all the way down and allow your toes to point down. Inhaling, flexing your foot, bringing your right arm up. Exhaling, allowing your right arm to come down, pointing your toe. And then just take some little rotations with your wrist and your ankle on opposite sides. Okay. And just rest and relax and notice how your body feels. And then with your left hand and your right foot, flexing your foot, flexing your hand, and then pointing. So pointing and flexing your wrists and your ankles and toes. So fingers point down, fingers point up. In unison with your opposite foot. So right now I'm doing my left hand and my right foot. And then inhale your left hand up above your head, extending your arm above you as you flex your foot forward. Exhale, bringing your arm down towards your mat and pointing your toes. Inhale, flexing your foot, bringing your left arm up and back. Exhale, bringing your arm back down, pointing your toes. And last one, up. Exhale, bring your arm down, pointing your toes. And then just take some rotations in your ankle and your wrist. And maybe just wiggle your legs out a little bit. Wiggle your hands. Wiggle your body. Just take some wiggly, wormy action here. And then come into a quiet space. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Close your eyes. If you have a blanket that you want to pull over top of you, do that and just be where you are. Start to bring some movement to your fingers and your wrists, toes, ankles. If it feels good, you can take a deep breath in and full body stretch, just welcoming in new oxygen to your entire body. And if you're going to come out of your Shavasana, you can roll onto your right side. Just stay there for a couple of breaths. Come to a seated position if you're coming out of this Shavasana. Hands to our heart center. Take a moment to notice. Notice how your body feels. Notice your heart beating in your chest. Close our practice with one Om. Om. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center. Namaste. Thank you everyone for being here.